You're now listening to the Oh Sith podcast. Video games, comics, movies, life, and whatever the else we want to talk about. With Nick DTW, Cecily, Yvonne, and first polyamorous podcast couple, Oh Sith. Oh Sith. Oh Sith. So Freaks and Geeks, get ready for the Oh Sith Show.
Hey guys, it's the Oh Sith Show.
Oh Sith Show. Yeah. So we're back after how long, baby?
9 months.
Has it been really 9 months? No, because we did a comeback episode.
We did?
Yeah, we did a comeback episode, and
No.
then we said he wasn't gonna leave again, and then we left again.
But that was Peanut's fault.
Yeah, it was Peanut's fault.
We call her son Peanut. Thank
Yeah.
Nick. He said he came out with the peanut head.
He did come out actually with a peanut head.
So that's his name.
Her vagina gave birth to a peanut, but not Mr. Peanut like the cool Mr. Peanut. It was the Mr. Peanut that cries a lot.
Look, our son is perfect.
And doesn't give me a moment of breaks.
Yes, you don't even shut up.
I don't.
You know that real hands on is me and Eve.
But I still don't get a
even.
break. That's the point.
Yes, you do. You have a million breaks.
I don't get a million breaks.
Yes,
I
you do.
Get one.
Oh my God, you're such a liar.
I get one break. I'm a very good father. People.
Oh my God, you're such a liar.
I'm a very, very good father.
I never said you weren't, but you're a liar.
No, I'm a very good father.
Oh my God.
I'm not a liar. I'm cool.
You think you do more shit than you really do.
I do a lot of shit.
Oh my God.
That's why he's attached to me.
He's attached to you because you don't spend enough time with him.
He's attached to me because he loves the shit out of me and recognizes that he loves the shit out of me. I do a lot for him.
Shit like what?
I'm there for him emotionally.
Oh.
I'm there for him physically.
Uh-huh.
I'm there when he cries and nobody else wants to get him.
Like when?
Like this morning, nobody wanted to go get him, and I got up and got him.
Okay, I was at school.
Exactly, and nobody wanted to get up, and I got up and I made Eve get up to go get him. So
is that why you texted me? This bitch won't wake up.
Yeah,
you're horrible. Not even okay. So I got our son. It's this bitch won't wake up.
She wouldn't wake up. Exactly.
You're horrible.
So I did it myself because I'm a G like that.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm a G like that.
Oh, congratulations.
So this is probably an episode that's going to be listened to by Frenchie. So what do you want to say to Frenchie?
She ain't gonna listen to this shit.
Yeah, she subscribed to us, so.
Yeah, well, I can't say what's gonna happen.
Well, basically what happened is we had a fourth, guys. Yeah, that miracle came through. And
a miracle.
And a miracle turned into kind of like a nightmare, and I still feel conflicted. I mean, I personally feel like I did the right thing up to the degree that I could have. I feel like I could have did a little bit more right at the end, and for reasons unknown.
You wanted to leave open a door to somebody who shut it in your face.
No, I wanted to actually sit down there and get what I need to get off my chest. You know what I mean? That's what I wanted to do, and I kind of got denied. It's kind of like you want the last hit, and then it's not like you want the last piece of pizza right before you grab it. Somebody else grabs it from you, takes it from you. You kind of feel like you still want that piece of pizza. You're never gonna get it back ever again. But
I don't agree.
Well, maybe it's an analogy, but yeah.
Because you were passed out. So regardless,
we're not talking about that part. I'm talking about the part in the street where you was about to fuck her up in the street, and then as I was trying to talk to her, you're leaking breast milk.
I know I am.
And as I was about to talk to her, you pulled me away. But that the whole thing is for another day. The whole point is well, because I'm not gonna air out the dirty laundry. I mean, listen, if you want to air out the dirty laundry, I mean, this has been done more than once on the show. I mean,
look, all I'm gonna say
that's not a problem with me.
All I want to say is, you were passed out on your medication. You couldn't even really take care of Peanut. So regardless, if Eve hadn't called you, you wouldn't have had your goodbye, quote unquote.
Right, and I think
to begin
honestly, that's an existential question to where I believe that. Would that have been better? You know what I mean? But if I didn't go down there, I went down there to protect you.
You didn't have to protect me. You protected that bitch. You didn't protect me from nothing. The minute when
I started hearing words about brother, you gonna smack you and all this shit. I went down to protect you.
Yeah, but he wasn't there, so there was no protecting.
Nigga didn't know that, and nigga didn't know when he's gonna come. So the whole point is, I went down there to protect you. It had nothing to do with her. I went down to protect you. So that's your mind running away with shit. But
no, I just feel like you came outside to make sure that to protect her. It wasn't for me getting fucked up. It was to make sure that I didn't do anything.
Listen, I was chilling the fuck out. I was chilling the fuck out while this whole shit was going on because I couldn't even get up, like you said. I got myself up the minute threats started getting thrown to you. That's when I got the fuck up.
Oh yeah, because her family wants to be.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
Phone thugs.
But listen to what you're saying exactly. So when I got up. I got up when threats started getting thrown at you. Then I forced myself to get up. I literally fell. When I say fell, I mean I literally fell out the bed. And I had to push myself up and stabilize myself before I walked out the fucking door.
So then how did you end up with Peanut?
Because I had to pick Peanut up because I couldn't leave him in the house by himself. And when I went down the stairs, I went down real slow. That's why the minute I went outside, the first person I gave Peanut to was Eve. Because I knew I couldn't hold him in my arms. But we're back, and we're still a triad, and probably stay that way forever and ever and ever.
You sound so thrilled.
Not, like I said, I'm
it's holy shit, Nick.
Listen, the truth is, you know what the truth is. I don't feel complete, but that's for a sex episode. That's
not even for a sex episode. That's just
for a sex episode. It's not really.
I don't know, Nick.
It's for a sex episode. It's not for this episode.
Yeah, but we're not even. But that's not even talking about sex. So it's not even for a sex episode because we're not going to talk about anybody.
But it's not just sex. It's sex and relationships. That's what a sex episode is about.
Okay.
That shit is so sensitive. It's picking you up fucking clicking your nails.
I'm sorry. I'm doing my nails.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
She's clipping her nails instead of biting them. And every time I see a clip, I literally see a spike.
Look, you started talking about Frenchie. I needed to.
You need to do what? Just come to terms with shit? The whole point of mentioning that is mentioning what we've been up to. So, that's...
Yeah, but
a big thing to happen. And then Eve got a stalker. Journey. Eve got a stalker.
I don't... Oh, my God.
I mean, it's just a lot of interesting shit has happened to her.
It's not even that she's a stalker. That bitch just, Eve's just quiet and passive. And Eve's the only one she didn't argue with. So she's just we had such a great connection. No, Eve is as annoyed with you as all of us were, and Eve was actually gonna fuck you up, and I wasn't.
I don't remember that shit. I don't think. Honestly, I don't think Eve could fuck anybody up anymore. Anymore. Back then, yeah, and anymore, no. Eve versus Journey is a fly versus a tiger. Journey's close to 6 foot tall, and close to 200 pounds. And if you haven't noticed...
She's not close to 200 pounds.
Yeah, she is. And if you haven't noticed, she's very lean. She's very muscular.
Side note, bitch got a boob job and was trying to deny it.
That's but she's... Listen, she's kind of got the lean muscles on her. Eve kind of gets stomped. I don't know. I'm just saying Eve would get stomped. I'm just being realistic.
I don't know. You and Eve are the ones that always talk about how she... fuck people up and blah 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 blah.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. As somebody who witnessed Eve's fights, Eve probably would get stopped because Eve needs she needs to Rocky 5 come back that shit. You know what I mean? She needs to go back into training, hit the gym a little bit. I'm just saying. But see, we're back, people. We're back, and we're still unfiltered and unedited.
I feel like you set such a horrible tone by talking about Frenchie.
No,
because that shit makes me so
again. It's what the people want to hear. They want the unfiltered truth about where.
Yeah, but I can't. Yeah, but I can't really say what I want to say right now.
I mean, listen, but it's the truth. I mean, but the whole point is the truth is where we've been. My medical problems are still here. Don't know what's going on. I'm going through a lot. I actually considered posting my whole medical journey on my personal YouTube, The Dark Deathwing. because of the fact that if you go to YouTube, there's nothing about male pelvic floor dysfunction or anything like that. And, you know, in times like this, you kind of want that information there for you. So I feel the least I can do is if I make it through this shit in one piece, to actually put the information there for other people to find, you know, so other people don't feel lost and like they have no resources for it. So that's what I want to do. But when that happens, you guys, I guess, will be the first ones to know. So go to subscribe to D Dark Definitely on YouTube. You know, you'll know. Plug. Shameless plug. Go subscribe to Oh Sith Show on YouTube. You know,
shameless plug.
But it's our plug. Fuck that. That's not shameless plug. It's our plug. You know, so that way you guys are updated with everything. We're gonna be doing a lot of cool shit. You know, we spent over $1,000. Big shout out to Luke. I promise I'll give him a shout out on the next podcast.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so big shout out to Luke.
I didn't even. It's funny because I didn't realize like what his name was until you guys started talking about Star Wars.
Well, that's how it came in, because his name was Luke. So that's how Star Wars came up. But, you know, big shout out to him from B&H. He sold us close to $1,000 worth of podcast equipment so we can get back to you guys. And I'm using my gaming computer to do it, which is a sin to me. But
which Eve deleted a whole bunch of shit on today, but that's another story.
Yeah. Thank you, Eve. But the whole point is, you know, we've been gone, and we know we've been gone, and we've missed you guys, though. It's not like we haven't missed you guys. It's not like, you know, we didn't want to be with you guys. We've thought about you the whole step of the way, and every single time we're like, can we do a podcast today? Something comes along to fuck it up.
It's also the fact that this is like the first like time that like Peanut's not here and he's not in the house, so we kind of have some quiet time because Peanut is going through that screaming stage where all he does is
tantrums.
Not even just tantrums, just instead of going gaga dada, you know, he doesn't say mama yet, which is fucked up.
That's right, dada.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
He'll just
dada
and scream for no reason. Just look at you and scream.
Yeah, because he wants your attention. The boy wants people's attention. My son is very much a people person.
He's very much a brat.
Listen, he's a good brat. He's my brat. That's my boy.
Yeah, but you're the first one to be like, okay, too much. He's screaming. You take him.
Exactly.
But that's your boy.
But that's my boy.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, all parents know is they know what they can take and what they can't take, and that's something that I can't take. I mean, what the fuck you expect me to say? Like, I can take it? That's a lie. I can't take that shit. That shit's annoying. But
but even I gotta deal with it.
But I love the shit out of him for it. You know, I love the shit out of him for it. So that's my boy, and I love him. I mean, I am a very proud father. I am. But I know, but I'm a very honest father. Other fathers like, no, I love my son unconditionally. Little nigga, I love you until you start screaming. Then mommy's gonna love you a little bit, because daddy ain't dealing with all that crazy shit. But, you know, I mean, things have gotten to a point to where we can actually stabilize ourselves a little bit and bring you guys. We moved
into a new apartment.
Yeah, we could bring you guys the quality podcast that you guys fell in love with, and we can do it all over again.
Minus the baby graveyards.
Oh, from episode 1?
Minus that.
We still got a few baby graveyards to explore.
What fucking baby graveyards?
Because Eve wants another child, and I don't think that's going to happen. So, I mean, her age is going to be nothing but baby graveyards for the time to come. I mean, it's just...
Why is it not going to happen? You need to give Eve a kid.
That's not going to fucking happen.
Nick, you are so fucking selfish.
You just went and discussed how, like, I don't want to deal. And then...
I told you, look, there's a hotel right up the block. Whenever you want to leave, go to the hotel. But get her pregnant. Even I will deal with it.
I am confused of what any of that shit means.
When you feel like the baby starts like driving you nuts, there's a hotel. You can go stay at the hotel for the night. Or for however long it takes for you to get acclimated.
It's no getting acclimated. Call me in fucking 9 months.
Alright, so bye.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Okay, so baby, I'll see you in 9 months. So you hear this, people, right? She's kicking me out the house for 9 months.
I'm not kicking you out. You can't deal with it, and I want Eve to have a kid. So, if
do you want a second child?
Oh, you talking about me?
No,
coming out of my pussy? Like
no. I'm saying, do you want a second child?
Yes.
You motherfucking mind. I don't think I could deal with a second motherfucking child.
That's why you won't be here.
So we have a really good podcast for you guys today. We're changing shit. We're gonna be talking about comics, as you know, games, movies, TV. And
I'm not gonna say it in Spanish.
And whatever fuck else we want to talk about, because that's what we do here at the Oh Sith Show. You get the real us. And if this is your first time listener, welcome to the Oh Sith Show. We love you, and you're gonna hear a lot of fucked up shit on this podcast.
I'm gonna try and refrain from beating Nick up, but it's a work in progress.
We have an amazing show for you today. But we're gonna talk a lot later on in the show about this. But first, I don't want to just let the show go by and not acknowledge the things that's been going on. My heartfelt condolences to all of the Manchester bombing victims.
Yes, and their families.
It sucks. That's a lot to process. I also want to talk about that whole Times Square fucking driving scenario.
With the 22 people that were...
Yeah, that were injured, and the
18-year-old that died.
Yeah, the 18-year-old that died. You know, it's a lot of fucked up shit. So, before we get into
I also want to talk about the impeachment. I want this motherfucker impeached.
So,
side note.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But I still love you. But my whole point is...
No, I swear he can introduce topics, but I can't.
I'm not introducing topics. I'm saying my condolences before we get into the podcast. I don't want levity here without us actually acknowledging the serious situation that's at hand. So, we're going to be talking more in depth about that later on in the podcast. But before we even get to that part, I just want to put out my condolences. So
it's
first,
in depth, babe.
I just said that. Don't fuck with the Brooklyn accent. So from here we're gonna jump into comics, and that's what we're gonna do.
Oh Sith, it's time for comics.
So comics. Yeah.
I know nothing about them.
Yeah, and it's been very, very hard for me to keep up with my comics because a lot's been going on. I mean, we could talk about Rebirth, The Button, we could talk about all that cool shit, but that would be me giving you guys the service because of the fact that I haven't kept up with my comics. Finances have sucked ass. Big shout outs to Comic Historian because I'm been getting all my news lately from him and YouTube. But I've been watching all the shit, so I know basically what's been going on. Do I like the direction that they're going? Yes and no. I mean, I like the whole fact of them bringing back the old school Superman with his son. I don't like the whole fusing of the Superman. I gotta figure out what the fuck happened there. But
fusing? Yeah.
I'll get to that maybe in the next episode because I don't know what the fuck is going on there.
Can I talk about Attack on Titan on the next episode?
Sure.
Yay.
But one thing that I do want to talk about that I have been reading is something that I've been playing lately, which is Injustice 2.
Love you, Harley, but I hate your voice.
And Power Rangers. And I know you guys are going to be like, Power Rangers? What the fuck you been reading Power Rangers? The Power Ranger comics are amazing. And if you guys have not been keeping up with the Power Ranger comics, it is probably the worst mistake of your fucking lives next to having children like me.
Are you serious?
No, I love you. So my point.
You better take that shit back.
my point is.
You better take that shit back.
Can I get?
No, take it back.
Can I get through?
Take it back.
Can I get through?
Take it
back.
Can I
get through? Thank you.
Take it back.
So
I'm gonna hit you.
You're always gonna hit me. So
take it back.
It's been abusive.
Take it back.
This has been an abusive podcast for all episodes. Our 100 podcasts is probably just gonna be a video of me on the ground getting stomped on by you. Okay, like that's probably what's going on.
No, I love you too much to stomp on you, but you gotta take that back. That's really rude.
I love my son. Again, we discussed this in the beginning of the podcast.
And he doesn't take it back.
Power Rangers, okay, has been the most dark comic book I have fucking read that has explored.
You think it's darker than Batman and than The Killing Joke?
For Power Rangers, yes. I'm not saying like in general.
Really? Really?
Because Nyx talked about rape and prostitution and teenage prostitution and suicide. Like, Nyx talked about a lot. And if people don't know who Nyx is, NYX is Laura X23. That's her, how she fucking debuted. People don't know that, but whatever. Anyway, the whole point is, you know, it was ridiculous. But Power Rangers has been really dark, and the latest fucking issue just came out, which I gotta go and get. But I read up to issue 14, which is where they're at right now, and it's a whole separate timeline. I mean, and it dives deep into the mental subconscious of Tommy.
Okay.
You know, the Green Ranger, White Ranger.
Yes.
I also read all of the episodes of Pink, which I loved because, you know, I'm a fucking Amy Jo Johnson fanboy. You know,
yes, you are.
That's my bitch. She can have my kid. I give her a kid. I would.
You need to scoot over.
So
you need to scoot over.
But
I'm gonna hurt you.
But Pink has been that was really good. I'll get to my point to that in a second. So
you bitch ass motherfucker, you ain't shit.
I would.
You ain't shit.
I would give Amy Jo a kid just because it's Amy Jo.
You ain't shit, nigga. That's what you are right now. Ain't shit, nigga. That's what
listen. Let's not talk about you. But anyway, my point is, Amy Jo did a great job at portraying Kimberly Hart to the point where in the comics, when they left the show, obviously because of union disputes, right? There was a lot of questions. Mm-hmm. Like, what did Trini and Zach do? Where did Jason go? Whatever happened to Jason? What did Kimberly Hart, you know, get into? You know, and they answered the Kimberly Hart question and the Zach and the Trini question and a little bit of the Jason question in the series called Pink, which is a separate series from the main Power Rangers comic. Okay. That series takes place further in the future of where the current comic currently is. Okay. Because remember, they transfer their powers and stuff. Like, right. The current comic is not up to that part yet. Okay. So, but the Pink comic basically addresses that issue. You know what I mean? Like, they go further into the future and they show what happened, you know, which I liked. I didn't think I was going to like it because I was like, I like my comics to be right, linear? Yeah, linear, like right on the same timeline as each other. But Pink was actually really, really good, and I ignored the other comics. Like, I completely forgot that they were existed. So what I did was I read all the main comics up until 14, and then I read Pink from 1 through 6. Okay. And it was really, really good. Pink basically says that Kimberly, when she left, you know, she went for the Pan Global Games because she was a gymnast. And
I was gonna say, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, it was a made up for like Olympic type thing. Okay. And
you should have just said made up Olympics, but okay.
Yeah, but I'm saying for the fucking Power Ranger fans, where she went, it was the Pan Global Games, and she's at the Pan Global Games. It's in, I don't want to say France, but it could be France. But anyway, so she's there.
Global. It makes me think of China.
No, but it was actually, I think, France. And she's there, and it was like Saint Manu, some shit like that. And she's there with her mother and her stepfather, and all of a sudden they get attacked by Goldar and like this fish monster who could turn people into fish. Oh yeah, like fish monsters. So her mother gets kidnapped, and the father gets kidnapped. You know, and
by herself, she has to save the day.
She goes from the Pan Global Games to go visit her mom on her motorcycle. But when she gets there, the town is like deserted. Okay. So, but then there's like a little resistance forming with some black dude and his sister, and
resistance.
Yeah, there's like resistance because it's been going on for like weeks.
And she hasn't spoken to her parents in weeks, and
because she's been at the Pan Global Games, yeah. Because you know she does the whole check-in thing, you know, like she checks in every 2 weeks or whatever. So, when she figures this out and it's Goldar, she realizes that she has an emergency communicator, which was never addressed in the show. Okay. But she has an emergency communicator which allows her to tap, you know,
into her Power Rangers.
Well, kind of, because once you have the power, it's kind of like
it's in your DNA.
It's gonna sound fucked up. It's kind of like HIV. Like once you have it,
wow! I was going like once you have
it, once you have it, you kind of can't get rid of it. Even if you get over it, you kind of can't get rid of it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, Nick, so harsh.
So because of the fact that she was once a Power Ranger, her power is still latent. Like she can still absorb powers. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So she could become a Power Ranger again, basically.
Right.
You know.
So I think the better term is her powers are dormant.
It's not dormant because that means you could bring it back. She can't bring her powers back on her own because she transferred. She didn't use a sword to transfer the powers to the new Rangers.
Okay.
You know, she just gave her powers up. And
how can you just give them up? Like I don't get
Zordon transferred her powers from the Rangers to the other Rangers.
Whatever. Continue.
Anyway, like Zordon did the transfer himself.
Okay.
He didn't use the sword of light to do it.
And why is the Sword of Light significant?
Because it's actually a creation of Zordon, to where it's like if you use the Sword of Light too much, you drain Zordon's powers.
Okay.
Because his own powers tapped into that sword. Same thing that they used to create the White Ranger.
Is that why he ended up dying?
Who?
Zordon.
Zordon doesn't die. Doesn't
he like...
Zordon is killed by Andros.
That's what I'm saying. But was it that because he was weak that he got killed? Like
no, he said the only way to win is to rid the universe of evil by killing him, and his good energy will go across the universe and basically stop all evil.
That's crazy.
Like revert all monsters back to humans, you know, etc.
Really?
Yeah, that was supposed to be the end of the Power Rangers series.
But
That
shit didn't happen
because Nickelodeon then bought the rights
and
started creating all these different Power Rangers. But that was supposed to be it.
But isn't the show, what was it, originated in Japan?
Super Sentai.
So in Japan, right?
So Super Sentai was supposed to continue. You know what I'm saying? But Power Rangers in the West over here was supposed to stop.
Oh.
You know, because it was on Fox. Remember Fox Kids?
Yeah.
So Fox. So that was supposed to be it. In Space was supposed to be it. That's why every Power Rangers series was a continuity. Like, you know, Tommy went from, you know, Power Rangers to Zeo, from Zeo to Turbo. Like, Tommy was in every single one. You get what I'm saying? Every single time they got new powers, it was with the same Rangers.
Okay.
Unless they passed their powers on. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was a continuity. That's why Tommy is considered to be the greatest Power Ranger of all time, because if you do the power count, he's been Green Ranger, White Ranger, a Red Zeo Ranger, Red Turbo Ranger, Black Dino Dino Ranger.
What the hell?
Yeah, like, I mean, like, he's had the most fucking time as a Power Ranger. They call him the most tenured Power Ranger there is. You know, but after Andros did that with his Spiral Saber and killed Zordon.
Whose idea was it to do that?
Zordon's.
And he ended up getting fucked in the end because it didn't work?
You can say that. Nickelodeon came and evil Nickelodeon came and brought the monsters back. Because the whole point was, okay, we're going to end this once and for all. You know, they came back in a spaceship. They found out, you know, people on Earth found out who the Power Rangers really were. You know, and because they actually took over Earth.
Who's they?
Was it Divatox? Divatox them actually took over Earth.
That's the crown?
Not Divatox. Andromeda. You know, because his sister.
Tommy's sister?
No. Andros' sister.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Andros' sister, she was an evil badass. Andromeda. And then they converted her to be good.
I'm confused.
They converted her to be good, but her evil boss actually took over the planet. And you know, they were like, if the Power Rangers doesn't give themselves up, you know, we're gonna destroy this whole city. So they wound up giving themselves up, and everybody found out that the Power Rangers was actually Andros and TJ and, you know, all of them. Okay. So TJ was the one that Tommy passed his powers on to. # first Black Red Ranger. Anyway,
oh my god.
Yeah, thought you'd never see that happen, but that happened. And but the whole point was,
what happened in Super Sentai?
Yeah, I don't still think that happened. Super Sentai. Every American they portray in Super Sentai is fat and white, and if it's black, it's got to be like some yo-yo gangster dude.
Okay.
No, really, it is. But that was supposed to be it, and that was supposed to be the end of it. They came down, the town celebrated with them, you know, and that was it for the Power Rangers. You know, the Morphin Grid is over because Zordon is dead.
Right.
Yeah, lo and behold,
that's how do they still use their powers if Zordon's dead? Like that.
That's the whole point. The Morphin Grid is supposed to be done for, but no, Nickelodeon keeps popping out Super Sentai. Well, not Super Sentai, Power Rangers. But they do Power Rangers for 2 seasons. They do one that's regular, like Megaforce, right?
Okay.
And then the next one is Super Megaforce.
But why?
Then one is like Ninja Storm, and the next one is Super Ninja Storm. It's like, it's fucking stupid.
That sounds retarded.
Right. It's just because they want to keep cashing the money.
Money.
So Mega Force, Super Mega Force was supposed to be the ultimate Power Ranger battle from every Power Ranger from every season.
I remember you showed me a clip.
Right, and then Tommy's there,
and then that made me laugh because I was thinking about it. I'm like, Tommy's technically supposed to be 3 other people right now.
Right, and like they're all there, which makes no fucking sense. Because in Japan, remember those clips was taken from Japan. Mm-hmm. So in Japan, it wasn't the same fucking actor, so it made sense. But in America, using that same clip doesn't make sense because Tommy's the same fucking Ranger. Right. So
which Ranger was he when everybody met up to try and save the world?
White. They kept him as the White Ranger, which makes no sense because he used Saba, the Saba saber. Yeah. He used Saba to help a kid out of a car. Which one makes no sense because how can you summon Saba if the last Ranger you was the Black Dino Ranger?
Whatever.
Because technically you gave up your White Ranger powers to be, you know what I mean? Like a Zeo Ranger. So like none of this shit made sense. Look, but that's my point.
I know.
Point going back to the comics. Point going back to the comics. The comics was, is darker because of the fact that it's only like one issue.
Okay.
Where, not even one issue. I think the first issue he's already a Green Ranger, and he's with his friends, and it's day one after they destroy the sword. Like they don't spare they don't do the filler shit. Like they dive right into it, and he got Rita in the back of his mind.
Okay.
And Rita's like telling him like they don't trust you, they don't like you, like she's trying to basically like get into his fucking head and make him turn on the Rangers again.
Okay.
He doesn't tell anybody any of this shit. Fast forward, the Power Command Center gets destroyed. The Power Rangers just trapped into like a pocket dimension.
What?
Yeah, and then he comes out and he basically says like, yeah, my niggas, like, like Rita's been in my head all along. And like, how the fuck can you hide this shit from us? It's like this whole shit. And he's like, I didn't think you guys would trust me or believe me and Zach the whole time is like, yo, I didn't trust you from the beginning, and now you basically just proved the fact of why I should never trusted you. Because
that's
you did that.
The black kid.
Wow, racism. Yes, the Black Ranger's the black guy. Yes. So.
Well, what the fuck am I supposed to call him?
Zach.
But I don't know who Zach is.
The Black Ranger.
Thank you.
You said the black guy.
Well, I didn't know if he was the Black Ranger too. I didn't know that. That's more.
The original Power Rangers was crazy racist. The pink one, of course, was a preppy white girl, and the Yellow Ranger was the Asian, and the Black Ranger was the black dude.
They didn't have the Black Ranger at first, though.
Yes, they did.
Wasn't it?
Mighty Morphin was the Black Ranger. Yeah.
Wasn't it just the
5 power coins, Mastodon?
Shh. Wasn't it the red one?
Yeah.
And the yellow.
Saber-tooth tiger.
And the pink.
Pterodactyl.
The blue.
Triceratops.
And then wasn't it the green?
Mastodon, Black Ranger, first 5. Green came after, was Dragonzord.
Nah.
Then White Ranger, White Tiger.
You fucking with my brain cells.
No, it was the original 5 was.
Where's my phone?
The original 5 was the original 5 was the colors of the rainbow.
I don't believe you.
Whatever. Anyway, so the point is, you find out that the reason why they're there, they got Billy in Goldar's Dark Dimension.
That's the nerdy Blue Ranger,
right? And and he's not as nerdy as he was on the show. I love you, David Yost, but like he wasn't as nerdy as he was in the show.
Okay.
David Yost was the actor that played.
Yeah, I assumed that.
So the point was, he is actually pretty cool. He just doubts himself a lot, and he ran a simulation of him shooting because he froze up in battle. And
you told me.
And he ran that simulation like 84 times. Mm-hmm. So he would never freeze up again. And he was reading like self-help books and shit. Like it really dives deep into like people's issues and shit. And like in the end, you find out that Billy
Rita's a cocksucker. Wow, babe.
We know that, but Billy and Tommy gets thrown into the future.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that they were gay.
And in the future, right? It mixes what you know about Power Rangers and what you don't know about Power Rangers together. So
I don't get it.
I'm explaining it to you. So in the future, the White Ranger was supposed to be Jason.
The Red Ranger.
Yeah, the Red Ranger. And at that time, Tommy willfully, because they destroyed the saber that was controlling his mind, and he never went against Rita. He stayed loyal to Rita even after fighting over the brain control.
What?
Yeah, so that's their future. But Tommy's like, that can't be me because I chose to be a Power Ranger. Like, I didn't choose to stay with Rita. Mm-hmm. Remember, Rita created the Green Ranger. So they're like, yeah, in this timeline, you destroyed. Well, the saber was destroyed, but you chose to fight the Power Rangers anyway and stay loyal to Rita. And he goes, I would never do that. And they're like, yeah, nigga, you did. And then Zordon's last ditch efforts was to merge the White Ranger powers that they created with the Red Ranger.
Now, how is it that they created that, Zordon?
They created that with using the white light, Zordon's own energy, to create the White Ranger.
So the White Ranger is
Tommy.
Zordon's baby child?
Kinda, yeah, like semen, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like self-reproducing type of thing.
That's why he's white. That's gross.
So it's like he calls himself the White Light. So basically, in the show, Tommy, he's no longer the Green Ranger. So what he does is he becomes a White Ranger, and nobody knows who the new Ranger is. They just know that they're working on a new Ranger because Billy sneaks, like he's in the air vents. He looks down and he sees the White Ranger, like on the table.
Okay.
Right. So they're like, oh, he's creating a new Ranger, and it's like, they're replacing us without telling us, blah blah. And you end up finding out that it's Tommy. But in a comic book, is not the case. In a comic book, the case is they're trying to fuse the powers of the Red Ranger with the White Ranger. Mm-hmm. Right. And what really happens is they destroy the command center.
What?
Yeah, Rita and Tommy destroy the command center, and at the last second, they murder Zack. They murder, like, the Green Ranger murders Zack. I told you it was really dark. He murders Zack, and
puzzled.
Then, huh?
I said I'm puzzled.
Yeah, he murders Zack, and Billy sacrifices himself for Trini. And like,
Blue Ranger sacrifices himself for the yellow one.
Right, and then basically, Tommy kills the Blue Ranger. So he kills 2 Rangers. Jason is being infused with the powers of the White Ranger, like it's forming over his body. Tommy knocks Jason out the way
and starts absorbing it.
And starts absorbing it, and he takes over the White Ranger's powers.
Huh.
So he calls himself Lord Draken. It's a mix of the Green Ranger and the White Ranger put together. It's fucking awesome. The suit looks amazing.
You're such a fanboy.
So, well, that's the point of the show, right? So the whole point is, Saba, the sword, was supposed to be used, and he uses Saba to kill the Red Ranger.
What?
Yeah, kills Jason, and Saba gets.
They never get along anyway, but whatever.
Right, even in real life. So basically, Saba somehow gets out of Tommy's hands and gets locked away, and Saba was left at the command center, and Tommy can't find Saba. Mm-hmm. So the last remaining remnants of Zordon is Saba.
That's really fucked up.
So when Tommy and Billy get sent to the future,
how did they get sent to the future? Zordon's dead.
What do you mean? They got sent to the future because, remember, everybody's in a pocket dimension, and the only power that they had was Tommy's Green Ranger powers.
Okay.
Because remember, his powers are not connected to the Morphin Grid. Rita made it.
Right.
So Lord Draken, which is the Tommy White Green Ranger put together, contacts Rita. Like contacts past type of thing, and says, "I'm going to help you conquer Earth now," type of thing. But she didn't know who it was, so it was just a mysterious voice. He actually sends a monster there, but the monster is mechanical.
Okay.
And he controls the monster from the future, type of thing.
Okay.
He kidnaps Billy, like I said, threw him in a dark dimension. Uses Billy's power coin to shoot a beam through it and take away all the Power Rangers' powers.
What?
Because remember, Billy's power coin is connected to the Morphin Grid. So he uses Billy's power coin to take away their powers. So they're powerless. So they rip off his arm, later on in the comics. And Tommy uses his arm to shoot his powers through his coin and turns and gives back all of the Rangers their powers. So they're all green. So it's a green Red Ranger, green Pink Ranger. It's awesome. Except for Billy, who's still kidnapped. So when Billy finally gets out by Goldar, because the dark dimension belongs to Goldar, Billy gets out, goes with Tommy. As soon as the monster is going back into the future, right? Because they defeated the monster. Mm-hmm. As soon as the monster is going back into the future, they go with the monster. Get it? So it goes back to where it originated from, the future. So that's how they wind up in that dystopian future.
That shit is confusing.
But it's badass. So then they meet up. Saba meets up. They activate the dormant Falcon Zord, which was destroyed, and Saba gets in there with Tommy, and they go in there, and it has to recharge overnight. As they're recharging, you find out that the same way they took away everybody's powers, Tommy has been using the same technology to give the Red Ranger coin, the Black Ranger coin, the Yellow Ranger coin, the Pink Ranger coin to multiple people that serves him. So his police force is all Black Rangers.
Okay. Like
his special assassin force is all Yellow Rangers.
What?
Like his personal bodyguards are all Red Rangers. What? But remember, if you divide your powers up, each one is weaker than the previous one before.
Okay.
So they're like regular people, that basically has.
They're just a little bit stronger.
Right. But he divides up each power coin. The only one he does not have, in a shocking twist in the last issue that I read, which was 14, you find out that Trini and Zack are the last remaining Power Rangers from that battle, because everybody else died. Billy, Jason, they all died. Kimberly, and so they all died.
He's like, my bitch Kimberly.
Yeah, my bitch Kimberly died. So you wind up finding out that in the end of it.
In the end of what?
At the end of the book, they say protect the relic, because Saba is there, and Tommy's like, you will be mine finally, whatever. And they call themselves the Coinless, and there's a group, and it has Bulk and Skull, and they're like people that support the Power Rangers, and they're trying to fight back against, what's left of Rita's regime.
Okay.
And because they took over the planet, basically.
Right.
So the Coinless, you find out, is basically Zack and Trini leading them, and they said we got to protect the relic. So Billy goes, what's the relic? Because Tommy's down there by himself, and he's about to be killed by himself, by the evil Tommy.
See, that's so stupid.
Because he has gray hair.
It's like soap opera, evil twin type shit right now.
Right, but he has white hair, half white hair, and he has scars all over his face because he's older.
Right.
So he's about to kill him with a dragon dagger, and then he goes, what's this relic you guys keep talking about? And Trini, you find out, is in love with Billy because she in love at least with the memory of Billy because he protected her.
Right.
So she goes, she doesn't want to believe that this is the real Billy. But from a different timeline. Right. So the entire time she's calling him an imposter, blah blah blah. And then you're not as courageous as he was, blah blah. So she goes, the relic is this, and she shows Billy the Blue Ranger morpher, the one coin that got away. And it's all cracked and shit, the morpher's cracked. And she goes, you have to morph, you have to go down there and save Tommy. Right. She goes, you can save us all. You could put an end to this today.
Does he do it?
I don't know, that's issue 15, that's the one I gotta read. So, but mind you, he's been going through a lot of self-help books and shit, he's...
Why?
Because of the fact he doesn't believe in himself. He's the only one that doesn't know martial arts, you know what I mean? He's a bookworm dude, So he was teaching Trini how to build the Zords and stuff, but nobody really teaches him how to fight, So of course, if anybody will sacrifice himself for Trini, it would be, Billy, because that's what he's good at. He's not good at anything else.
Except for making sacrifices.
Yeah, I mean,
yo,
think about it, nobody could.
Horrible.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody else could fight. If you really think about the original Power Rangers, Trini knew martial arts. Okay. Stereotypical. The Black Ranger, Zack knew capoeira. The dance. It's fighting.
Capoeira.
That shit. Dance fighting. But he created his own style of fighting. But it's based on that, right? Tommy and Jason, real life martial artists, right? Mm-hmm. And then Kimberly, gymnastics. You can easily apply that to martial arts, flips, backflips, things like that. Right. Right. Billy, nerd.
He's nerd.
Can't do shit.
Read books. That's his power.
That. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He literally, if you watch the original Power Rangers, he's and he ducks and
really?
Two putties butt heads with each other. Yeah, before they got their powers. The suit is, I guess, is feeding him martial art techniques, as reflexes or whatever. Right. But that's really it. I mean, he doesn't know how to fight. So he.
And this was your favorite show as a kid.
Right, but because you knew Billy was not a fighter, but later on down the road is like he actually becomes a really good fighter. You know, but the whole comic explores that aspect of like low self-esteem. He knows he can't keep up with the rest of the Rangers. That's why he runs a simulation over and over again. Right. You get it? So like because he froze up in battle, he couldn't shoot it, and Kimberly's like, I got it, and then she like shot the bow to kill a monster. You know, like he froze up in battle, and that's what I'm saying. It's so dark. It actually explores, you know, like
his trauma and shit.
Like yeah, it's really dark. Like you fucking see the Rangers die one at a time by Tommy, and there's that whole what if concept. Like what if he never became good? You know what I mean? Like like what if he chose to stay bad? Like what if that was a choice and he really chose it? So like it's amazing. Like that comic book to me is fucking amazing. Then you got Injustice 2. Which is based off the video game, and Injustice 2, you see it's spaced 10 years after the first one. So Superman is there, Damian is locked up in a prison cell, and...
Why is Damian locked up?
Because Damian killed Dick Grayson and sided with Superman to kill everybody.
Remember? I told you, I didn't play the storyline.
Remember took over the mantle of Nightwing? He became the fake Nightwing? Okay. Right, yeah, like, that shit. He's evil. Cyborg was locked up too. So they're all evil and shit. And they're all locked up, and Damien gets broken out by his mother. And as they're going through, that doesn't
go well, does it?
Absolutely not, because League of Assassins. So as they're breaking out, they murder 2 guards and a warden. They shoot them in the head. And Damien's like, "There's like 7 different ways you could incapacitate them." Mind you, this is coming from the sociopathic maniac
that killed everybody.
Yeah, like, so you're like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, hypocrite. So like it shows like how back and forth like his mind is. And she goes, the fastest way is to kill him. Like, fuck that. You know? Like, we're the League of Assassins. We don't take, you know, prisoners, type of thing. So then as they're leaving,
just like Elektra.
So as they're leaving, he said something slick to his mother, and like the girl that was with her like hits him and tackles him to the floor. Says, "Don't talk to our mother that way." Our mother. That way. Right. So he goes, "What you mean, our mother?" And she goes, "I'd like you to meet your sister."
Oh, great.
And she goes, "The daughter of the bat." What the fuck? What the fuck? Like,
you're kidding me.
That threw me for a loop. Not only did you fuck Batman and trick him into giving you a baby, you did it twice?
Nah. I don't believe it.
It has to be a clone of Damien, but with female genes. It has to be. But that shit threw me for a fucking loop. Because he made the mistake
once, had Damien. I doubt he'd do it again.
That shit had me like, nope, couldn't be.
Next thing recently is nope.
Everything's a nope. If you're in this bad situation, word is nope.
Yeah. Like, it all started from us watching fucking ghost stories at night. And he's just like, shit that happened to me? Nope, I'll be out. And I said, you wouldn't take... Like me, Peanut, nope. Eve. He's like, nope.
Nope, y'all niggas get on your own. I'm gonna warn y'all and bounce.
Yeah, like, you don't give a fuck.
I do. Nope. Like, good luck, we getting the fuck out. If you slow, she hit me, but I don't care. If you slow, that's your shit.
But we have to get shit for Peanut.
You know what that's called? Collateral damage. You're collateral damage. Your death will help us get out faster.
I'm not gonna feed tonight. I'm not feeding you. You could go starve. I ain't feeding you. Out your damn fucking mind. Motherfucker said I'm collateral damage.
So let's jump into... It's games. Let's do games.
Sith, don't play yourself.
So...
Oh, Jesus.
Games. So this is the... right. This is the 1-year anniversary of Overwatch. Yay. So it ends, I think, June 2nd. Yeah. So I haven't been
what ends technically?
The Overwatch anniversary, and you get limited edition skins and shit that normally I would pay $40 for, and get a shitload of loot boxes.
You still owe me $100.
Right, I know. And then I would get a bunch of skins, but I did not do that. I did not feed into my skin addiction.
Let's talk about how I won $100.
This is the games thing here. So where you know, I normally I would buy my skins, but the skins look kind of cool. I like the diva, the whole female strong.
You always like diva.
But you know the female thing where they go like, you can do it, and it has a chick with the headband.
Yes, you can do it.
They gave that for that diva skin.
Really?
Yeah, like it's pretty cool. But they made Soldier, it's like a robot. I mean, it's just little shit. Everybody got like a dance emo. So I mean, it's cool, but
he does not sound enthused.
Right, it doesn't make me enthused, and I am not impressed. I really don't want to do it. I've been on an Injustice kick. Like that's been.
Yes, he has every day.
Every day, all day, every day.
Made me go get the game early.
My guild currently is, of course, Dark and Forces. We were 29th, and then we dropped down to 500 something, and now we're 120. So we dropped, fell, came right back up with a vengeance. Like, because I'm on top of these guys. I'm like, yo, we gotta fucking do this, man. Like, we gotta fucking do this.
What do you have to do, man?
We gotta fucking take our top spot back. Because there's no way I'm gonna drop down 29th and allow myself to sit there. That's just not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen, baby.
No, I don't have the balls for that. I don't. Yeah, no, that hurts too much. Because if I'm playing the game, I'm gonna play to win. You know what I mean? Like, so right? I like the guild feature. It's pretty cool. I want to see guild versus guild battles. Like.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys don't have that.
Like me fight somebody else from another guild. I want to see that shit and like rank us on that shit. Like that's what I want to see. But it's really really cool. I suggest you guys check it out, especially if you're fighting game fans. You guys should really check it out. It's an amazing game, very in depth. If you're an RPG fan, but you like fighting games at the same time, you get your fix that way because it does have RPG elements where you
has a great storyline. I'll say that much.
Yeah, and you could collect gear. It ties into the comic very well for the story. Of course, you know, obviously, it's all over everywhere. Darkseid is like a pre-order bonus, and you know, Brainiac's the main villain. So, because they showed that, you know, that's still on trailers.
The only thing
so
I don't like
anything.
Is Harley Quinn's voice.
No, not for you.
Nah.
The voice sounds familiar. I think it's in the Arkham City games. But I think that they stretched it. Maybe she was sick when she was doing her lines. I don't know. But it sounds kind of weird. It does sound off, but it doesn't sound off-putting to me. Like, I could deal with it. You know?
I don't know.
It's Harley. She was going to have that squeaky little voice. Like,
but it's not even, like, squeaky. It's just, I don't know. It just doesn't sit right.
So, from here, see how quick that was? I told you it was going to be quick. Like, games is not that much for me.
You're not going to talk about your Switch?
Oh, I got the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, fuck Zelda. Zelda sucks. I mean, you guys send it to fucking, you know. I'll give you guys a personal email. I don't give a fuck. Send it to S, the number 2, gold like a chain, 001 at yahoo.com. Send your hate mail there. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, okay.
Zelda sucks ass. And you can debate me on that shit. I don't care. And I don't care about the new Zelda. I'm just saying as a series, I'm not a Zelda fan. And I think at this point, when people hear Zelda, they think it's fucking the guy. It's not. It's the princess. The princess name is Zelda. And after 20-something fucking years, you would think that they would have enough common sense to change the name of the game to The Legend of Link. And it's not. It's still The Legend of Zelda. What is her fucking legend? Nobody fucking know. Her legend is getting kidnapped. This is the most kidnappiest bitch in the fucking history of kidnapping.
Peaches.
Peach is the next one on my fucking list. At least it's not called Super Peach Brothers.
Wow.
Think about it. It's called The Legend of Zelda. There is no fucking legend of this chick. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's Link. Link is a protagonist, not Zelda. I
have never played the game, so I don't know.
Zelda is the name of the princess that gets captured.
Why is she captured?
I don't fucking know. It just happens.
Oh.
It's like, why is Peach captured? Nobody knows. Everybody says like she got Stockholm syndrome.
Bowser wanted, a cute small wife to bang.
Wow, baby. Okay, that's for a sex show one day. That's for one of your hentai specials. Okay. But yeah, that is so dark. That was darker than anything I could have said. Wow, that was out there. She said, "Cute small white wife to bang." Wow, baby.
You are gonna die.
That is not why he wanted to take over the kingdom. So
I know that.
No, you was dead serious in your conviction of that.
No, I really wasn't.
Yes, you was.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you was.
I don't even have the energy to hit you.
Wow. I need those, actually. Thank you.
Piece of shit.
No, I wanted to eat that. Damn it. So anyway, you try to throw food at me, like
fucking
good food.
fudge round.
Exactly. Thank you, but I can't eat it on the fucking air. So yeah, listen. The Switch is cool to me. I like it. It's a good pickup system. Like you could just literally pick it up and then like play it in your bed. Like I like that. I like the portability of it, but I don't think that it's gonna have enough support behind it.
What's the next game that's coming out?
Street Fighter comes out this Friday.
That's gay.
Well, tomorrow. Yeah.
That's gay.
But it's an old Street Fighter. Street Fighter Ultra 1.
That's gay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's cool. At least it's another game. Besides that, you got Splatoon 2 that's coming out. And then you got... Hopefully Super Smash Brothers gets announced at E3. That's what I'm hoping for. That'd be really cool to have Super Smash Brothers on the Switch.
Yeah.
But
I need another game because just playing the racing game is making me mad.
Yeah, but
Mario beat me yesterday.
Wow.
In like the third race, and I was upset.
But honestly, I really do like the Switch. I like it as a console for fun. Like it's a de-stress console.
Reminds me of like the PS, like what was it, like the Vista and whatever that was?
Yeah, but that's the point. But they were never made to be like serious home consoles. This is made to be like a serious home console.
Well, they don't got enough games for a serious home console.
Like literally, like you put it in a dock, and then you hook the controls up to that, and you play it on the TV.
Why have we not done that yet?
Because again, I like the mobility of it.
Yeah, but I want to race you and hit you with like the shells and stuff.
To me, it's too small. You need another like serious controller for it, like Pro controller. They call it the Pro controllers. You need another Pro controller. But yeah, let's go into things that you should watch. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know you really want to talk about it.
Follow us on Instagram at Oh Sith Show.
Oh Sith, you need to watch this.
Okay, so that like music, I just have to say, is like a mixture of like some Final Fantasy boss, Kingdom Hearts, or maybe some Zelda type shit. And then it gets into some like gangster, like, like what?
Because it's from our friends, the Otaku Gang.
No,
Remember
I know.
Life of the Death Star?
Yes.
Yeah, if you ever checked out their album Life of the Death Star with Biggie Smalls, it's really, really good. It's amazing. And thank you to them. We said it before, but thank you to them for letting us use their music.
Shameless plug.
Yo, they deserve it. It's amazing music. We've been using it now for what, a year, 2 years? How long have we been doing the podcast? I don't even know.
A
year. 1 year anniversary, y'all. I don't even know when we started, but yeah, it's 1 year anniversary.
we actually it's more than that because we actually started on my birthday.
Still 1 year anniversary, y'all. Yeah.
Okay.
So these are things we should watch. This is Cecily's specialty.
This is now for you to go that way. Thank you. My turn to talk. So I don't even know what to get into first. How about my favorite topic? Aliens. If anybody has been listening to the podcast for like forever, you know that like Aliens is my favorite absolute. Baby, what do I love more than Aliens?
Sex.
Okay, I'm talking about like things I watch.
Sex. Porn.
Baby.
Hentai.
Baby.
Attack on Titan.
Babe.
Sword Art Online. There's a lot of things I can name.
That I love more than Aliens?
Predator.
No.
Sound of Music.
You don't know me at all.
I said Sound of Music.
Just because I know everything by heart doesn't.
If I had to choose one between Alien and Sound of Music, I'd do Sound of Music.
Which one am I more passionate about then? You're gonna
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Why does the chick from Sound of Music, when she's on the hilltop, look like Wizard of Oz when she first arrived?
What are you talking about?
The blue and white overalls.
They're not overalls. It's a dress.
It looks the same as the chick from Wizard of Oz. I just thought about that.
No, it does not.
But she was wearing blue and white too as she skipped down the Yellow Brick Road.
Go away.
I just now thought about it.
Go away.
Okay.
The Hills are not alive with the Sound of Music for you.
No, it's alive with the sound of fuck this shit. Oh, go ahead.
Fucking douchebag.
Go.
Aliens are fucking amazing.
Alien Covenant. You mean, right?
No, like the series.
So when you say aliens, I'm thinking Aliens 2. Gotta be specific. I'm eating my fudge round now.
I was just gonna say you're not supposed to be eating shit on the air, douchebag.
You do that, man. Broke it in half. I had no choice.
I didn't break it in half. It was sitting here smushed. Look at this.
It was close to me. It was like, eat me. And my fast was like, okay. The hills are alive with the sound of music.
I should make you watch that shit tonight.
No, come on. Let's just. This is my relaxation day. Come on.
So, Alien Covenant was amazing. When I say amazing, I mean it was so fucking good. The only thing I wish they spent more time on was spoilers. If you don't want to listen to it, just
skip 2 minutes.
Maybe more than that. Okay, so there's this one part where Nick and I were watching the movie, and there's Walter and then there's David. And David is from the movie Prometheus, and Mr. Wayland made David. He's the first android that was ever made. Walter is 10 years into the future, so I think he's the 8th prototype, if I remember correctly, of David. And there's a fight scene between the two of them, and then they go ahead and they get back on the ship, and you don't basically know whether the android is David or whether it's Walter. And I'm telling Nick, I'm like, that's fucking David. I know it is. I don't give a shit what you say. He's like, yo, but his arm is missing because, you know what? I won't spoil that part. But anyway, Walter, he loses his hand, and Nick is just like, no, but I can't tell difference. I don't know, but I knew it was David. I knew it. Because Walter sacrificed his hand to save the lead female character, and when that motherfucking alien was on that cargo ship, he was like, bitch, here you go. You can go outside and fight it. If it was really Walter, he would have went out himself and fought it.
Welcome back. If you skipped ahead.
You're a douchebag.
You said you told him to skip spoilers.
It's fucking amazing. You have to go see it. It's a must. And it's just, I think fucking 1,000. I think.
No, seriously, rate it 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10. Honestly, I'd give it a 9, just for the fact that there's a part where Elizabeth Shaw from the movie Prometheus, you find out that basically, she put David back together. She was great. They, bonded while they went over to the Earth, where the planet that the engineers came from, and he was just like, I'm gonna put you to sleep, basically in that cryo chamber.
She put his head back on his body, though.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. She
what I don't like is the fact that they did that in like the featurettes, like the YouTube trailers.
Yeah.
But none of that made the film.
Nope.
I didn't like that. I think if they would put that.
They kind of did, because he said she rebuilt me. She showed me kindness that I was never shown in my whole entire life. Right. If you didn't see the trailers,
if you kind of go dark, how some people go dark. You're like, I don't want to see it or spoiler or anything.
Yeah, then they would. Then
they would never know what the fuck happened. So I think they should at least recap that, or show those shorts in the beginning of the movie, and then said 10 years later.
I mean, not even in the beginning, cool. When David was sitting there and talking about, when he was there on the planet, they could have put that there. They could have put that. That's
what I'm saying. Like that would have been that would have been really cool.
Because you find
out,
but
then you never actually know how she died either, though.
Yes, you do.
No, he said that out of anger. He said, I'm gonna do to you what I did to her. He said that out of anger, but it could have been to scare her, because he did have that little plaque, that memorial for her.
Right. He basically, there's a scene with him and Walter where he tells Walter, you love, I can't remember the lead character's name at the moment, but he was just like, you love her. And he goes, no, I was doing my duty. And he said, duty didn't make you sacrifice your arm for her, your hand. And he says, I loved Elizabeth. I loved Elizabeth Shaw. She was the only human that had ever shown me kindness in my whole entire life. Not even my own creator showed me as much kindness as she did. So, come to find out, You know, in the trailers that you see on YouTube, there's a scene where basically you see how well they're getting along now, and he tells her, you know, I'm gonna put you to sleep. Once we get to the planet, I'll wake you up. That never happens. You find out in the movie that he basically experimented on Elizabeth Shaw's body and made several different hybrids using her eggs, basically, and the environment and different animals.
You're guessing because.
What do you mean I'm guessing?
Because I've watched YouTube videos and big fans like you know what I mean, that have said, like, nobody knows how she died. He alluded to it, but you never see it.
No, we don't know. We don't know technically how she died, but we know that she died.
No, we know that she was put in cryogenic stasis.
Right, and then
but we don't know because remember, her body was on the table, opened up.
But that's what I'm saying. All her organs.
Who says? Because we know he spoiler. He intentionally killed all the engineers, right? You know that for a fact. Right. So she could have still been asleep. She could have woke up and was like, "What happened?" He goes, "I don't know," and played stupid. And then they could have went exploring or whatever, right? And then from there, maybe she died of old age. Maybe she died because the planet was too hostile. Because remember, after dropping that thing, that one guy got infected. Remember, and they had a not a chest burster, but a back burster. Remember?
Well, yes, that's because
of the spores.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't know if that's what happened. She had a back burst,
but then
he experimented on her.
But all I'm saying,
you don't know,
is at the end of the day, she's dead. Kaput.
Right. But I'm just saying, you cannot say David killed her. Like, you can't say that definitively. You can't.
He killed her.
You can't. I'm just saying, I've watched like 6 theories already of how
he killed her.
And they all say the same thing. You cannot definitively say that David killed Elizabeth Shaw. You can't. We just know that she was put to sleep and that's it. And then maybe he did say, "I'm gonna do to you what I did to her," but he never. But it could have been like, you know, a scare tactic. You know, you don't know what it was. You don't know because it makes no sense for him to kill her and then like memorialize her.
Well, look, but this is no. But then you also have to think. So then, what is he gonna do with everybody else? Because the lead female character in the movie, at the end, she realized that was David and it wasn't Walter.
But you also got to realize
so think about it.
Ripley found the same ship that the U-shaped ship, the alien ship. Ripley found that ship.
The engineer ship.
Right. That's David's ship.
There's gonna be a movie called Awakening that is going to take place between
and
Prometheus and Alien Covenant.
And the director said that ship that she finds is David's ship. He said that. I read the Yahoo articles. He said that that's the ship. It's the same ship. He wants to bridge, like you said, he wants to bridge that gap.
Right.
So he wants to connect them all. So the ship that she finds will be a Prometheus series ship. So it's David's ship. That's what I'm saying. So,
but we don't know necessarily if it's David's ship or just an engineer ship.
No, different. He said that it's going to bridge. So it's not going to be like some random ass ship that hypothetically has the same biological weapons. Because remember, it has eggs on the ship.
Right.
David kind of created the eggs.
Right, so, but the way it looks is completely different.
Because over years, modifications, you don't know what's going to happen. But the whole point, they're going to Origai 6, 8, whatever.
Origai 6.
Right, that's where they're going to. So he specifically told her, "I will wake you up when we get there."
But he told that to Elizabeth Shaw too.
Right, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You don't know if he legitimately kept his fucking word to her. He could have kept his word, and then shit happened. Nah. We do know that he's gonna try to kill him. We know that. That's a given. He doesn't give a fuck about this bitch.
He just wants to create. That's why he was so mad when that guy basically shot the alien to shit. Remember the hybrid? Yeah. Because he was like, you have to breathe into its nose like it's hoarse. Blah 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 blah.
Because of the fact that he wants to create and prove himself to be greater than his own creators. That's his whole thing. David is a philosophical character. He wants to prove that he's. Because remember,
he's also very narcissistic.
Right. He wants to prove that he can create better than his own creators.
Right.
Just the same way the humans wanted to find out where they came from. David knows where he came from. He wants to prove that he can create better than them.
He wants to obliterate the human species.
No, he wants to create better.
He wants to obliterate. He wants to obliterate the human species using his own creation.
No, he's not going to go back to Earth and say war is on, bitches. He's not going to do that. With a bunch of aliens. He doesn't give a fuck about that. He wants to create. The whole goal of David is creation. He said it in the movie. He wants to prove that he's better than his creators. That he's better than them. Meaning, like, he could create life better than them. Because remember when he first you could say was born, came out the womb, he started asking a bunch of questions.
But you want to know what's funny is the fact that they had Mother on this ship.
Right.
They have Mother on the original ship, an alien.
Right, yes.
Now, what I'm wondering is, Mother obviously had news and knowledge about the alien.
Yes.
The xenomorph. Because if you think about it, back on Earth, they wanted the xenomorph.
Right.
They wanted to use it as a biological weapon. Now, they already had knowledge of it because of this right here, the alien covenant, because of the ship. Because obviously you know that those 2 eggs that he vomited up with the little face huggers, they're going to infect everybody.
Possibly. Because they did 2. Because there was only 2 survivors.
Right, but think about how many... There were 2,000 colonists on that ship.
Right, and what somebody also poised was the fact that Ripley might be amongst one of those 2
No, they're not.
They said, who says that Ripley... And they said this is just speculation here. Who says that Ripley is not amongst the colonists?
She's not, because she was on Earth, and she had a husband. She had her daughter. I remember she left her daughter on Earth to go on that mission.
Yes, but you just said that Earth had knowledge of the xenomorph. So who says that this bitch doesn't get away in the next movie, goes back to Earth with the surviving colonists?
No, because then she would have already had knowledge of what the alien
was. No, I'm not talking about Ripley. Ripley could have still been in cryo. I'm saying as a cameo, she could have still been there. And then goes back to Earth. Then Weyland Yutani Corp knows now of the alien because she brought a dead body of it or whatever with her. And then sends Ripley out. And then Ripley, because remember, it's the same thing. It's a mirror of the movies. They get the distress call, the beacon that sends them off their path. That's what happened in the first movie. Remember? They get the distress call, the beacon. Sends them off the path. So that's what I'm trying to say. They mirror the shit. So they're saying Ripley could be part of the original colonists.
No. There's no way.
They listen. Go to YouTube. They explained it better than me because I'm not an alien fan. But they explained it and it made sense when I thought about it. I was like, you know what? It could have been. Yeah. Because they said 20,000 colonists. They never specifically said who.
I know that, but Ripley was from Earth.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But then
she left her daughter on Earth.
Right, maybe to go on that colony mission. And
no,
but then she could have came back to Earth. She could have came back to Earth and I said, "Hey, the plan originally was for me to leave you, so bye again." And then left to go and do what was it? I don't know what ship was it. She was on what type of ship? She wasn't on no fighting ship.
She was on a
shipping docking ship. Some shit like
it was like a coal mining type of ship.
She could have went back out on a coal mining ship.
No,
I'm just saying that it was in the YouTube video. Go look it up. It was really cool.
No, but that doesn't make any sense.
One thing I want to talk about is Unbreakable, Kimmy Schmidt. My favorite. Is on Netflix. Season 3.
Unbreakable.
They live, damn it. It's They Live, damn it. But I watched the whole season 3. It's amazing, especially when Titus and goes lemonading. It's fucking awesome. You should watch it. Not gonna spoil it for anybody, but it's in the trailers. He goes, don't interrupt me. I'm lemonading. And he goes, I'm not playing with you, Michael. Hell no, I ain't fooling with you, Michael. Oh no, I ain't playing with you, Michael. So it's awesome. That the whole scene.
You sound so flamboyant. I don't know if I like that.
Because it's Titus. He's flamboyantly gay.
Okay, baby.
There's one part where they use his voice. They go, hell no, girl. Yeah, it's just awesome. Me and Larry,
I know. Yes.
We was talking about it yesterday.
He watches it too?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He goes, I love boobs in California. Boobs in California. It's a song that Titus sings in there.
Okay.
And he really doesn't like boobs. He goes, and I thought boobs repulsive. I was like, you gotta watch it. It's awesome. You guys check it out. If you like comedy, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is the show for you.
It is a good show.
Another show on Netflix is Dear White People.
I love that show.
That show was great.
It makes Nick very sensitive.
It does make me very sensitive. As a half black, half white male, I am very sensitive because I am on both sides of the equation. And I see both sides, and this is the argument. I got an argument with my mom over the show.
I don't want to hear it.
She doesn't even watch the show.
I don't want to hear it.
I just posed one of the questions that the show brought up.
Oh my god, I don't want to hear it.
And like it was a deep argument. Listen, if you got any friends of race and you want them to understand where, as a black male or even a black female, you're coming from, have them watch that show. That show, it shows how black culture is afraid of homosexuality. It shows how black culture is viewed by privileged white students. I mean, it's amazing because remember, they go to a rich white school.
I know that.
So obviously these people, you know, and I'm saying these people as in terms of African American students, the African American students there, are not ghetto. They're not trashy. They're smart, educated, you know, African American students. They're not, you know, what everybody's afraid a black male or black female is, which is ratchet, ghetto, gangster, you know, whatever. They're not. You get what I'm saying? So the fact that campus security was carrying guns in the show,
babe, don't ruin it.
I'm not. I'm just saying, just shows the fact that they're just afraid, you know. So the whole point is it's race.
But who said that they're carrying the guns specifically for black people?
Because Harvard security doesn't carry guns. And remember, their dorm was an African American dorm. They segregated it, you know. And that goes into the whole topic of segregation. Is self-segregation bad for African Americans, or is it a good thing for African Americans to be prideful? Because if you had an all-white, you know, dormitory, it would be wrong. But an all-black dormitory is okay. You see what I'm trying to say? Like,
no, I think it's stupid to self-segregate.
But that's your personal opinion. But that's what I'm saying. A whole topic. It gets into this whole like philosophical, you know, debate.
Do you really think it's good to self-segregate? I
think there's pros and cons to both sides of the argument, and honestly, and I'm not copping the easy way out. I'm honestly saying that there's a part of me that goes self-segregation is wrong, and then there's a part of me that goes, but you made us self-segregate, because if I integrate into a 90% all-white dorm, I'm not gonna feel norm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna feel normal.
But at the end of the day, I feel like you can't sit here and talk shit about other people and talk about, oh, like, everybody.
I agree with that, which is why I agree on integration. I don't like self-segregation, but I do agree that to a certain degree it's necessary in certain situations, is my whole point. In certain situations you need it. In certain situations you don't need it, you know, and I get the double standard of it. But then there was this one thing that I saw on YouTube where they were talking about, well, black people can't be racist, and here's the reasons why. And it wasn't one of those stupid, you know, like, you know, there's no facts to back it up arguments. No, it was like really well thought out. You know, like it sounded like somebody was writing a paper for college. You know, like it was very well thought out about why black people can't be racist. You know, and to me, I'm just like, hell yeah, you can, but this person had very valid points. But at the end of it, I'm still like, hell yeah, we still can be racist though. If we call somebody cracker, honky, whatever, that's still us being racist, you know? As if a white person dropping the N-bomb. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same shit. So, do I think that there should be, you know, self-segregated campuses? You know, to a certain degree, it all depends on your environment. I mean, if you're in a very well-maintained environment to where there's a lot of integration, then no, you don't need self-segregating campuses, you know?
I just think...
But if you're at a school where there's a 99% white rate and there's a 1% minority rate, for comfort purposes, I mean, I don't know.
I don't agree with it. Just for the fact that, okay, don't hate me for this example. Black Lives Matter movement.
Oh.
Do you remember?
Man.
Do you remember
when? That's very sensitive.
Do you remember when they were having that meeting at that library, and a couple of
Black Lives Matter? Yeah.
Yes, and there were a couple of
this
white people.
This is an episode, by the way, people.
And there were a couple of white people that wanted to go join the meeting.
Right.
They said, "No, fuck out of here. This is our meeting, and you can't join.
Right.
That's retarded.
I disagree with that on the grounds of Martin Luther King.
What?
It's all about how radical you are. It's the same thing with Jesus Christ. I don't believe I'm gonna compare this. It's the same thing as Al Qaeda.
You need to go somewhere.
Listen.
Goodbye.
No,
I'm done having this conversation.
Hear me out.
with you.
Hear me
no.
out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Is radical because they say all Muslims are not the same, right? And they say just because I'm Muslim doesn't mean that I'm Al Qaeda. Just because I'm Muslim does not mean I'm ISIS, right? That's what they say.
Okay.
Which they have a very valid point with. They call them radical Islamist terrorists. That's what they say. Radical Islamist terrorists, right? Is the same thing with the Black Panther movement back in the day.
But I'm not talking about that.
But hear me out. But hear me out.
To bring that up.
No, it does, because I'm gonna tell you why. Because that movement that they was having in that library is a mirror image of the Black Panther movement.
I'm not talking about the show. This happened in real life.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, whatever. Either way is the same shit because it still applies. Those are radical African Americans in that situation. When white people tried to join, they said, "Hell no, you're not one of us. Get the fuck out." Those are radical African American people. That's Malcolm X. Martin Luther King had white pastors, white preachers, white people. Remember, joining the walks and the marches. I just Malcolm X was radical. Black Panther. He did not allow any white people to join his movement.
I think you're hurting your own movement, quote unquote.
Me? I'm seeing both sides. I'm saying there was the Martin Luther King side of things that accepted everybody. Your help is your help. It does not matter. Or skin. We're all created equals. Was Martin Luther King's platform. Malcolm X, on the other hand, his platform was, if you're not black, you're not with us. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And those
I understand that I was a history major.
Right, and I'm saying those people that said, no, you're not black, get out of here, those would be alongside the Malcolm X movement, that radical movement.
Okay, but that's not my
Panther
point.
movement.
But that's not my point, Nick.
What are you saying? You're saying it's hurting the cause.
Right.
That's what you're saying. And I'm saying that it depends on how you see the cause.
But I'm not talking about how you see the cause. I'm talking about my own opinion.
Right.
And I think that people that do that, like, you're sitting here and you're hurting your own movement because you're talking about all Black Lives Matter and people are killing us just to kill us and no reason, and cops are, not to say that they aren't right in most of the shit that they're saying. They are. But the way you're going about it, you're making it so that people feel more hostile towards you when they go to show their support for your cause.
The reason why people are saying Black Lives Matter,
oh my God,
is think of a building on fire, okay?
You know what?
Think of the building on fire.
Babe, stop talking.
No. I'm explaining the radicalness of it.
I don't need to, baby. I understand the radicalness. I don't need to hear it.
They're saying that if there was a building on fire, you're not going to spray the whole entire building. You're going to spray the one part of the building that needs it the most. Black Lives Matter is not saying that they don't see that there's other problems out there with, like, minorities being killed, Hispanics, whatever. They're not saying that. They're saying that they're spraying the one cause that needs it the most. That's what those radical people are saying. So they're basically saying thank you for the help, white people, but
there was no thank you.
But I'm not saying that they said thank you. I'm fucking framing it here. They're saying that thank you for the help, white people, but we're spraying the one building that needs it the most. And your building is not the building that needs it the most. So go get your own cause. That's basically what they're saying. Cops started Blue Lives Matter. What? That threw me the fuck off because you're the one killing the African Americans. And you hurt your own self by saying, "But we're not racist." But then you go and say Blue Lives Matter. When black people started shooting, or because it was black people that came from other states that was killing NYPD police officers, they thought they could talk about Blue Lives Matter on Twitter. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is this shit?
To me, that makes me think about how I'm a CNA, and that means, like, our unoxygenated blood matters.
Yeah, unoxygenated blood is blue.
Right, that's my point.
But
that's my corny joke.
Wow. There's a sound effect here somewhere on this program for that. Anyway, my point is, like,
Because at the end of the day, we all matter.
We all do matter. But again, I get where they're coming from. You spray the house that needs it the most. Because nothing's changed. Nothing's gonna change unless we're on equal platform.
I feel bad for Peanut.
So Dear White People is a really good show.
Yes,
it's gonna bring up good fucking debates like this. And if you haven't heard it, this is not a watch this thing. Maybe it's a listen to the thing. Listen to White Privilege by Macklemore. It's a really good song.
Yes, it is.
Or White Privilege 2. It's a really good song to watch before you watch this thing. Well, listen to before you watch this show.
And it's funny because I feel bad for Peanut because Peanut is Puerto Rican, Dominican, Black, and Greek.
Right.
He looks white.
He is All Lives Matter. He is All Lives Matter.
He is.
13 Reasons Why on Netflix.
Oh my god.
If you haven't seen that show, it's been renewed for a second season.
It has?
Yes, it has.
Really?
Yep.
What are they going to talk about?
The after effect, the lawsuit, him being with the cutter and everything. It's a really good show for all you old heads out there like me that had kids early, in the 20s. That's probably now the kids are like 15 now.
What are you talking about?
Because I'm 30, so I'm talking about if their kids are old enough now to where they can actually understand shit, like 12, 13, 14 year olds. It's a good show to watch and discuss with your child. It very much is.
Well, where those discussions would happen? At the dinner table, which you don't want to have with our son.
Because we don't have I don't want dinner tables. It's wrong.
We need a dinner table.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is not what we're talking about. We're talking about the show. This is what you should watch. This is Oh Sith, you need to watch this. Not Oh Sith, we need to buy this. Okay? Like,
we need a dinner table.
Catch up, honey. So
don't be disrespectful.
Catch up.
Don't be disrespectful.
Catch up, honey. So my point is that's not sound effects. She's hitting me, by the way. This is domestic violence, and she wants a fucking dinner table.
Piece of shit.
And she's still biting her nails.
Piece of shit.
So stop biting your fucking nails.
No, go away.
No, stop biting your nails.
Go away.
So 13, baby, stop biting your nails. You're killing precious fucking airtime here. Nobody wants to sit here and have me argue over your fucking nails. So 13 Reasons Why is a really, really good show. It's about suicide. This girl, Hannah Baker, kills herself, leaves tapes, firing for the 13 people that made her do it. It's been heavily criticized on the fact of glorifying suicide. A lot of people have killed themselves in the wake of this show coming out. Yeah, like there's been 2-3 deaths. And when they go through the fucking Netflix, of course, what they've seen the show. So they're attributing that to that, like they're just linking causes. So now parents are concerned because it is glorifying suicide. But listen, cutting and suicide has always been out there, man. It's been out there. This is just another way of shoving the problem in your face because people like to play like these problems don't exist. They don't know how to deal with these problems or deal with people that have these problems.
Don't look at me.
So my point is, this is now the way of shoving it in your face and saying, stop biting your nails, and saying basically, there is a bigger issue here and we need to address it. And
balls in your mouth.
And what? Balls in your mouth? Really? That's not how you address it. And there's also anti-bullying at the same time, and also talk to your kids, So I think that it's a very, very good show. It's very powerful. They don't shy away from shit. They take the Netflix fucking, make what you want type shit, and they run with it. Like they run with that ball, And there is scenes of nudity, violence, rape. I mean, it pushes it. The rape scenes are hard to watch. And they said that they did it on purpose. They're literally in the script. It says, focus a camera uncomfortably on her face. Like, because remember it was the making of afterwards. And the fact that you actually tell the cameraman to focus uncomfortably, to linger uncomfortably long, shows that you wanted people to feel that. Mm-hmm. You didn't want them to gloss it over. And I think the director should be commended on the balls to do it. To actually make somebody feel uncomfortable. When was the last time you could say you went to a movie or anything and you just came out feeling like, yo, this doesn't, like, I'm uncomfortable with this. Like that scene, yo, that did not make me feel right. But that's the feeling that they wanted you to have. That's the feeling they wanted you to portray. It's like going to a horror film and you're not getting scared. Like, there's no purpose of that. So if you're trying to show a scene and you're trying to elicit an emotion, you have to linger to elicit that emotion. That was a necessity. So I think you guys should really check it out.
It's worth the watch.
It's worth the watch. It's worth a binge. It was originally a book before it became a TV show. So of course, if you like listening, reading the books like Hunger Games and shit before seeing the movies, whatever, you should definitely read the book first. That's probably where I'll probably get the season 2 material from. But it's a really, really good show. It impacted me very, 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 very much. But that show gives me the goosebumps when I think about it. It's a really, really good show. Inglourious Bastards.
Love the movie.
I recently rewatched that. I've been doing that a lot lately with my Netflix. Like, now thinking about it, I gotta do it again before tomorrow. I've been rewatching a lot of the old movies I used to watch, and there's so much about a Quentin Tarantino film that you don't notice the first time around, the second time around, the third time around, the fourth time around. It's like every time you watch it, you notice something new. It's like, for example, when they called him the Bear Jew, they called him the Bear Jew because he had so much fucking hair on his chest.
Yeah.
Right. But that didn't click with me. It just clicked because, he's a big, tall dude, And they knew that they was going to die going in there. They knew it was a suicide mission. They had the dynamite strapped to their ankles.
Yeah.
Right. So they knew that they wasn't going to make it home. They perfectly fucking knew that. So, to me, it was just I thought that they thought they was going to make it out. And since the doors was locked, they didn't get to make it out. No, they perfectly knew damn well that was the last time that they were going to do it. And then when I started doing the body count at the end, there was 2 bastards that was not accounted for. Because there was 10 to start out with. Then 1 died down below.
I have to watch.
Two died down below.
I have to watch it again.
2 died.
In the bar scene?
In the bar scene, yeah. 2 died in the bar scene, along with the English guy played by Michael Fassbender.
I love
So that's 10 take away 2
I've had
is
his
8.
babies.
10 take away 2 is 8. And then the Bear Jew, Donnie.
And then his other friend?
Right. So then 8 take away 2 is 6.
You mean
2,
4?
8 take away 2 is 6.
I know, I was thinking 10 take away 4.
Right. So 8 take away 2 is 6. So then that leaves 6 bastards remaining. 2 got captured, which was Lieutenant Aldo and the skinny dude at the end.
So you're talking about
6 take away 2 is 4.
I know, but I'm saying those 2 characters are who?
Brad Pitt's character.
Okay.
And Lil Bit.
Okay.
So then that's 2 more. So that's 6 take away 2. There's 4 bastards unaccounted for. See what I mean? So if you think about it, there's 4 bastards that are still in Germany that has no idea that the rest of them died or was.
I have to watch it over again.
So like, it's just little things like that made me pick it up. I was like, what the fuck, So it was just Quentin Tarantino's a genius. Like,
I love his movies.
You have to watch shit. Anyway, we're gonna wind this shit down. I'm feeling disturbance in the force. You feeling disturbance in the force, baby?
Yes, baby.
You feeling disturbance in the force?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat at Oh Sith Show.
Oh Sith, this lack of time disturbs me.
So we're mixing in a lack of time as well as disturbance to the force. In the beginning of the podcast, I said I wanted to talk about the Ariana Grande concert and the Times Square incident. Times Square incident, you want to get into that one because you know more about that one than I do.
Well, while I was doing actually my externship, not this past week, but the week before, 22 people, if I'm not mistaken, were injured. There was 1 fatality. 1 girl died. She was 18 years old. She was with her 13-year-old sister. Just walking in Times Square, and this guy was speeding. Ended up mowing down 22 people. She was killed. And this happened on May 18th. I remember because I was thinking, she was 18 years old, May 18th. It just resonated with me.
Right.
And
recently, I think this was a day or 2 ago, at the Ariana Grande concert in Manchester. A bombing happened right after the concert, right after the last song. I don't know if it was on purpose, ironically, coincidentally, but it went off, and I believe 27 people died. And
I don't remember how many people died.
50 more was injured. There's videos all over the internet about it, where you can see it. You can see it from rooftops.
I haven't seen.
There's one video from inside where you can actually hear it go off from the inside of the venue. Ariana Grande herself went out and tweeted, "I'm so sorry." You know,
she canceled the rest of her tour. No,
I don't know about that, but the whole point is the name of the tour is Dangerous. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole conspiracy thing about it, but the night before in Las Vegas, Drake performed Galchester.
What's that?
Gal, like Jamaican, like this gal right here. Yeah, so it's Galchester, and Galchester, if you Google it, is not anything positive.
Okay.
It's actually, it's.
I'm lost.
It's a part of Manchester that you don't want to go to. Basically, I'm gonna read you the actual definition of Galchester.
Okay.
Galchester basically means it's. I'm trying to get the actual definition.
Because my phone isn't.
Yeah,
being
it's
cooperative.
Hard. No, your phone's not being cooperative at all. It's basically like, it means a dangerous part, and it means like girls, and like girls from Manchester.
Basically, a dangerous
female
area
from dangerous area and dangerous females in Manchester. Now, the whole point of it is, during his performance, he was literally walking on water. The stage was over water, which is alluding to Jesus, of course. And as you know, we don't talk about religion much in the show, but it gets kind of weirder. Behind him, they made the water look like fire and explosions.
Okay.
So this is the day before the Manchester bombing.
Right. I don't think...
Kind of Illuminati-ish right there happening.
Oh my god, babe, I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, just saying, they always like to foreshadow shit before it happens. And I am a big believer in Illuminati and Masonry and all that good stuff. But the whole point is, doesn't really look good. So, Drake has yet to come out and say anything. He hasn't even, expressed... Because, as a celebrity, everybody came out and expressed their concerns. I mean, even Kim Kardashian...
But isn't Kim getting like backlash for whatever it was? She's
getting backlash not because of what she said, because she posted a picture of her Ariana Grande, and she's like, "Oh, much support to Ariana Grande. Sorry this happened to all you people in Manchester." Blah blah blah. But people are like, "You're really posting a picture of yourself partying it up at a concert or a nightclub with you and all your rich celebrity friends, and then saying sorry for your loss." Like, you're bringing attention to yourself and not to the topic. And she could have posted a picture of people hurt or people, in support, holding each other's hands, anything. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
But no, she posted a picture of her partying it up.
Yeah.
So, like, they're like, you took a tragedy just to kind of promote yourself. It's pretty fucked up.
All right, which is what she always does.
Right, but that's my point. Okay. So, it's a devastating situation, and we want to, as always, take the platform that we have and show our support for everybody out there in Manchester. I mean, it's pretty fucked up what you guys had to go through. I mean, it's an Ariana Grande concert, people. I mean, it's not like fucking Lil Wayne or fucking Tupac or Biggie and shit. That niggas is like sending off explosions outside fucking Ariana Grande. Like, come on now. Like, I'm not gonna say I get it if it was a gangster concert, but I mean, it would make more sense.
But I never would have expected that.
That's what I'm saying. It would make more sense at a Snoop Dogg concert or some shit for a shootout to happen, but I mean, Ariana Grande, out of all fucking people.
Yeah, wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, like, I mean, and I guess that was the whole point, is nobody expects that shit. So of course it's going to be a prime target. But it's a fucked up thing. And
yeah, it's sad. It's really sad.
I really hope whoever is still alive after that whole thing, if you're injured, I hope you get well soon. to the families that lost people, here at the Oh Sith Show, we do express our deepest condolences, and you'll never get people like that back in your life, but don't let that be the end of it. Let the memory push you forward. Nobody, especially going to Ariana Grande Concert, nobody's going to think that they're not coming home that night. And I think that just opens up everybody's eyes here in America, hopefully, and all across the world, that every day is precious, and you don't know if today is going to be your last day with anybody in your life. So,
God, babe, that's so sad.
It's the truth. I'm not, baby. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things.
I know,
it's the
but
truth.
you're just so. This is why I hate this part of the show. I feel like we end on such a somber note.
We always end on a somber note because of the fact that it's the world that we live on. It's the planet we live on. If we didn't end on a somber note, we would be ignoring the fact that this world is pretty fucked up. You don't see any other celebrity out there or any other radio show out there going, yeah, guys, let's take what we have and shed light on this shit. Nobody does that. We do that because we're not fucking Kim Kardashian. I'm not going to show you a picture of me partying up and making believe everything's okay when things are not. It's not okay. So
you just don't like Kim.
I hate Kim.
I know.
But my point is, honestly, I don't even think she got robbed. I think that shit was all staged.
Yeah, me too.
But
side note.
Yeah, side note. But my point is, I hope everybody feels better, and I hope you got geeked up today. We are back. We will be pumping out our episodes the way we should been. This is, if you want to consider this a bonus episode, consider this a bonus episode, because we did go very, very long.
Yes, we did.
But you guys deserve us to go very, very long. Like the Energizer Bunny, we keep going and going and going and going and going. Because we owe it to you guys, because we've been gone for so long. So we definitely wanted to give you guys some content today and not shy away from anything. So until next time, which would be this weekend.
This weekend?
Yeah, you know that. Why do you act like this is new to you?
I was trying to make you upset.
No, of course it's gonna be this weekend. So until next time. Jesus Christ, always.
I did that to
So next time, may the
fucking force be with you.
Jesus.
This has been the Oh Sith Podcast Show. Not enough for you? Make sure to subscribe. Let us know your questions and comments. New episodes every weekend with bonus episodes throughout the week.